Okay, I said I'd give this film an official review when it got a home media release. I decided to rewatch the film a fourth time to prepare for my upcoming rewrite. I am sad to report that my feelings have changed. I just settled for the film being okay, but upon re-examining things, my rating has dropped. Is it worse than Dominion? Debatable. While Rebirth actually focuses on the dinosaurs rather than making bugs the main threat, it does some things that are a bit infuriating. I'm sure my ranking of the Jurassic franchise will change, but between Rebirth and Jurassic Park 3, I'd gladly take the former. But anyway, let's get into the review. Jurassic World Rebirth is an American science fiction action film directed by Gareth Edwards and written by David Koepp, who had penned the scripts for the first two Jurassic movies, and produced by Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment, released on July 2nd, 2025. 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, covert ops specialist Zora Bennett is hired to lead an elite team on a secret mission: recover genetic samples from the planet's 3 largest dinosaurs. Their mission collides with a civilian family whose boat trip goes awry, leaving everyone stranded on the island, where they uncover a dark secret that's been concealed from the world for decades. Rebirth takes a more grounded approach akin to the first 3 Jurassic movies, and while it's nice the film returns to this feeling, there's a lot of this stuff that is a bit infuriating. For starters, the film takes us back to the island plot lines by killing off most of the dinosaurs on the mainland and restricting them to the equator. The film went in this direction because writer David Koepp said he had no idea what to do with the dinosaurs on the mainland.
Allosaurus had never seen such bullshit before.
I understand Koepp drew inspiration from the Stegosaurus scene in the original novel, but that scenario involved just one species. Limiting all dinosaurs to the equator makes little sense, considering there were species adapted to polar regions. Even in the movie universe, we've seen the Pyroraptor thrive in snowy conditions. The idea that dinosaurs in this universe can't survive in climates outside the equator is laughable. This is a case where a studio executive should have intervened, because killing off the dinosaurs on the mainland was a bad idea that affected the franchise's future. Another plot point that doesn't sit well with me is the idea that the public has lost interest in dinosaurs. Even in a world where living dinosaurs exist, it's hard to believe people would lose interest in them when there's ongoing fascination with living animals. Gareth Edwards included this because he thought audiences were tired of dinosaurs, and he wanted to include mutants. I'll address the mutants later, but the notion of dinosaurs no longer captivating the public is simply unconvincing. People still flock to museums, Apple TV's Prehistoric Planet is a hit, and dinosaur content continues to rack up millions of views on YouTube. However, the film's most glaring flaw is often unmentioned. It lacks a meaningful core or purpose. It is simply a sequence of events, leaving the narrative feeling hollow. The writing also falters with moments that break immersion, such as Loomis, the supposed dinosaur expert, incorrectly labeling Mosasaurus and Quetzalcoatlus as dinosaurs. Additionally, the mother Quetzalcoatlus' reaction to being hit feels inconsistent. Realistically, her instinct should be to defend her nest above all else. Rebirth's decision to feature fewer dinosaur species is a double-edged sword. While it allows the film to give each featured dinosaur more attention and screen time, it also results in a lack of diversity, especially since most of the showcase species are carnivores. Visually, the dinosaurs are impressive and the film captures their scale and presence well. One of the standout moments is the Rex River Raft chase, adapted from the original novel, that fans wanted to see on the big screen. Turning to the mutants, their inclusion isn't the problem, as mutants have appeared in tie-in media and the original books mentioned failed clones. The real issue is that these mutants are portrayed as generic movie monsters, lacking the intrigue and uniqueness that real dinosaurs could offer. The film's main antagonist, the D-Rex, is underutilized and has little impact. This could have been improved by making the D-Rex the dinosaur whose DNA the team is sent to retrieve, thereby establishing it as a formidable threat and central focus. The characters in Jurassic World Rebirth aren't outright bad, but they are disappointingly shallow. While the script gestures toward interesting personal arcs, these developments remain surface level and underdeveloped. Interpersonal dynamics and relationships, which could have added emotional weight to the story, are rarely explored in depth. As a result, few characters undergo any meaningful growth, and their journey feels static. Jurassic World Rebirth is a frustrating entry in the franchise that struggles to justify its existence. While it boasts impressive dinosaur visuals and great set pieces, the film ultimately feels shallow and uninspired. The story feels hollow, driven by questionable creative choices, like restricting the dinosaurs to the equator and sidelining their presence on the mainland. And the introduction of mutant creatures, rather than adding intrigue, dilutes the core dinosaur appeal. Character development is sorely lacking, despite hints of deeper arcs. Most of the cast remains static. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Jurassic World Rebirth 2.5 stars. Before wrapping up this video, I want to take a closer look at the future of the Jurassic franchise. By relegating the dinosaurs to the equator, Rebirth opens the door to new settings like the Amazon rainforest, the Congo Basin, and Indonesia, but also shows the series falling back on the well-worn island adventure formula. There's only so much mileage left in using this approach, and while Fallen Kingdom tried to move this story forward by bringing dinosaurs to the mainland, Rebirth undoes that progress and leaves the franchise creatively boxed in. Dominion may not have fully embraced the dinosaur mainland concept, but at least it didn't close the door on it. In contrast, Rebirth's choices feel restrictive, limiting the scope for future stories and innovation. To be honest, I believe it's time for the Jurassic franchise to either end or take a serious hiatus. This series had the opportunity to reinvent itself and missed the mark. I'm not turned in my fan card yet. I've genuinely enjoyed animated shows like Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory, and will gladly defend the first 2 World movies, but the last 2 movies have left me disappointed and weary. Despite Rebirth's financial success, I'm not sure I'll be returning to theaters for the next installment if it means more of the same old formula. The prospect of a reboot lingers, but that's a discussion for another day. For now, the franchise feels stagnant, and unless bold, fresh ideas are introduced, its future looks uncertain. That's my review of Jurassic World Rebirth. What do you think of the film? Let me know in the comments. I'm working on my rewrite of the film, and I'm also doing a video on why Chaos Theory succeeded where Dominion failed. Till next time,